I've worked out consistently for a little over a decade now. I've never taken any steroids, I've barely even taken any protein supplements. I've mostly just drank a shit ton of water throughout my journey. I didn't know what to expect going on creatine, but after 30 days, I was able to see amazing results. I don't know where you are in your fitness journey, but you're gonna wanna watch till the end, because if I was able to see amazing results after 10 plus years of lifting, you're gonna see the same, if not better results too. So before I get into what I personally experienced after 30 days of creatine, I wanna talk about what exactly creatine is and the type of creatine I'm taking. To not get too scientific on you guys, creatine is basically a naturally occurring type of amino acid that helps build proteins within your body. Protein is what helps to build your muscles, bones, repair damaged tissues, etc. Most people get their creatine from their diet and from their body naturally producing it. The reason people resort to taking creatine supplements though is because it's very hard to match the amount of creatine you can get from a quick supplement. These supplements could come in the form of powders, tablets, capsules, liquids, and energy bars. Personally, I use this creatine powder because it's the best one I could find. All you need is creatine monohydrate though. Don't worry about the other brands that add in extra ingredients unless you're fine with spending more money. Now, I'm not sponsored or anything, but I'll put a link down below in the description in the comments if you guys are interested. If you do purchase from this link, I'll get some money for it, which is always appreciated, but look into the brands that you want the most and get that instead. So let's quickly get into potential benefits and side effects that comes with taking creatine. So as you might have expected, most of creatine's benefits involves building muscle repair, and energy levels, but there's also been reports of increased concentration, treatment for depression, cognitive brain functions, lowering of blood sugar, and supporting heart health. Now, regarding the side effects, the most common ones I could find was dehydration, upset stomach, and muscle cramps. But to be honest, all of these seem to occur as a result of not drinking enough water, which you 100% need to be drinking while taking it. I have found some people saying creatine causes hair loss, but I haven't really found any official evidence supporting it. To be honest, overall, I couldn't really find much side effects associated with creatine. It's a very safe supplement and it's taken by many athletes worldwide who report little side effects. So if you're thinking about taking it, I really don't see much risk. Of course, I'm not a doctor, so if you're really worried about it, I'd personally recommend doing your own research or going to see your own doctor to see what they recommend about it. Now that you guys have a better understanding of what creatine is, let's get into what I experienced on my first 30 days of creatine. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is that I'm now just experiencing overall fuller muscles. So the best way to describe it is after I would work out, obviously you get your pump and it lasts for like an hour or two, maybe more for some people. Now my post-pump look is literally just how I look always. So that's a really big indicator of how great creatine actually is, because literally how I look now is way better. Not only that, but I'm also filling out shirts that I never filled out before. These are the same shirts I've always had, but I mean, I'm not wearing any shirt right now or with sleeves, but literally my muscles just pop out of most of my shirts now, and this helps with, you know, just attention from people in general. I've had a lot of comments about it, and personally, it's just a good feeling when you feel like you're filling out a shirt, and also obviously looks great. Another thing I noticed was that I literally have more veins popping out when I'm pumped and when I'm not pumped. Like, you guys probably can't tell right now, but I've just got veins popping out here. Yesterday, I had veins popping out here. I never had veins popping on my forehead. I had veins coming over here. They're coming everywhere. So it's definitely helped me look more shredded and look more veiny overall, even when I'm not working out. And lastly, I told you guys that my post-pump look was now my normal look. Well, now when I do work out, my new post-pump work is even more insane than how I look right now. So you can pretty much expect what you look like when you're pumped currently after going to the gym is how you'll look normally. And then when you start doing creatine normally, you'll have a new post-pump look that looks even better than that. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about that I experienced was weight gain. And this weight gain was actually good weight gain. Obviously, when you think of weight gain, you might think that you look worse. But when you gain weight on creatine, it's mostly water weight. And that water weight literally just fills out your muscles more and makes them look more pumped, makes them look bigger overall. So you might be gaining weight, but you're gaining good weight, basically muscle weight. And personally for me, I gained around 3 pounds of muscle weight and I look a lot more shredded in general. and I really enjoy it. The third thing I started to experience, which honestly might be my favorite, is that I just have increased energy and strength like overall throughout the day. Mind you, I've worked out for over a decade. I'm used to going to the gym, getting a great workout, and feeling kind of tired at the end, or even during the workout I start to feel a little tired. Now I barely feel tired, to be honest. Like, I'm doing multiple sets, multiple workouts, the same thing really. Since I've taken creatine, I've gone up in weight in almost everything. I've gone up in sets in almost everything, and by the end of the workout, honestly, I could keep going. So yeah, you get a lot more energy, and that energy transfers to your actual workouts. Because it transfers to your workouts, you have more strength. So that equals, over time, you guys are going to start to see more gains, not just from the creatine, but just from your strength gains. And obviously your strength gains are going to translate to your muscle gains. I also wanted to point out that I don't need as much time to rest in between sets anymore, so I recover a lot quicker. I don't usually time myself, like I mostly just listen to my body, but I'd say I do around 2-minute rest time after each workout. Now it might even be 1 minute and 30 to 1 minute, because I literally just feel like I have more energy. I feel like I can just do more. So it just translates to me doing things quicker. So I actually leave the gym quicker. So it's a very big benefit in my opinion. Now, this is something I'm sure most people talk about, and I said it earlier in the video. You get increased muscle recovery. And I didn't really get that sore before, but now I literally feel like I don't get sore at all. Unless I like tense up the muscle and I like try to feel how sore I am, I don't feel it. Like when I'm just going about my daily life, I don't feel sore at all. So if some of you have issues with being sore, some of you have issues with feeling like you kind of get muscle cramps or tension after your workouts, creatine will definitely help with that, because I don't feel sore at all, like unless I literally try and stretch my muscles. And when you do feel sore, the soreness feels less painful. The soreness you would feel when you're not on creatine, it hurts a bit more. This one, it's kind of like it's there, but you don't really notice it. Especially when you try and, like how I said, I tense my muscles and I can kind of feel it. When you do that, it's like, oh, I'm kind of sore, but it's not really anything big. It's pretty light. Now, the last benefit I experienced, which is pretty low key, is increased cognitive function. And this just seems to happen, and I didn't even realize it at first, but I started to recognize that my memory has been a lot sharper lately. Like, I feel like before I took this, I would sometimes kind of get those moments where I'd be doing something and then I'm doing multiple things and I forget one thing and I'm like, oh, what was I doing? But I haven't had that in like about a month or two now, to be honest. And I just find that I'm a lot more kind of productive. I'm a lot more kind of focused on things. So when I start doing something, I don't get distracted easily. And if I do get distracted, I kind of get back on point very quickly. So in my opinion, that is from the creatine, because that is really a great thing that has happened to me when I started taking it. Now, the obvious downside of taking creatine is you have to drink more water. Honestly, if you have a good water routine, which I've had, I drink this pretty much every day. I haven't had to change my routine, but if you don't drink a lot of water normally, you're gonna have to incorporate it, because you will start to get side effects like how I brought up earlier, how upset stomach, you might get diarrhea, you might get a headache. So incorporate a water routine. Just get like a 60-ounce jug off Amazon, or like start drinking a gallon a day, and you'll be good. So you don't have to worry about that downside. Now, the only other downside that I've been experiencing on creatine, I wouldn't really even call it a downside, but you have to keep taking the creatine supplement pretty much every day. And it's really not a big deal, but for some people, they might not want to have to do it every day. You can do it every other day and stuff, but you basically have to be consistent with it. So what it looks like is you basically just take out a scoop of the creatine supplement, and you basically, like I have the powder like I showed you guys, and I just put it in my mouth, and then I just drink water, and it's like within 10 seconds I'm done. So it's really not a downside. But if you're wondering, you know, how often should I take it, all that kind of stuff, there's instructions on it. So that's really all the downsides I experienced. I haven't had any negative effects. I haven't had anything that has made me want to stop taking it. If anything, I've just experienced great benefits that make me want to continue to take it, and I am going to continue to take it. Maybe I'll give an update for you guys later in the future, but so far I've been on creatine for about a month now, and I'm seeing some amazing results. So if you guys want to see amazing results too, I recommend you get the Creatine brand I got, or you can get your own creatine monohydrate. So as you can tell, my overall experience on taking creatine for the first 30 days has been great, has been amazing, and I'm definitely going to be continuing into the future, so stay tuned for videos on that. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to make a 60 and 90 day video on creatine, because some people have reported extra benefits and side effects after those periods. By the way, if you're thinking about taking creatine, you should watch this video on NoFap, which is going to help you supercharge the benefits which you receive on creatine. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you guys. Peace.